Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play RoboCop for the ZX Spectrum. We are now going down a series of floors, starting to the left and then to the right. And when we make it to these elevators, which we have to stand dead center on, and press up or down to control, we can switch floors. Of course, we're going to have to be careful for any enemies, not just behind and in front of us, but also below us. Also, on the second elevator, I inch forward, and when this guy starts shooting at me, I just back off to off-screen him. And here I get a three-way shot, which I don't exactly want. So I try to get rid of it. You can get rid of all the shots of the three-way shot and make it through here. Pretty much okay, but you can still go through this area with the three-way shot and have a much better time. The choice is yours. Also, I lose a life here because I can't back away from other enemies fast enough. So I'm back at the beginning of stage 7. Almost thought this was stage 6 for a minute. Also, I found out that who we fought at the end of the last video was Ed 209, not Ed 204, Ed 205. I can't remember names off the top of my head, and I'm doing this on post-commentary, and I still can't remember the names of things in the game sometimes. It's just a thing that I always do on commentary, sadly. So this time I grabbed the three-way shot, and this time I decide to go ahead and utilize it very carefully. It also helps that I have full health, so that way I can do this a little better. Take a little bit of unwanted damage, but I do take care of everyone on the lowest floor as soon as I get there. And I do my best to minimize damage. And after taking care of these two karate guys, these two karate kick guys, we go in here and we start stage 8. Now, we've seen 3 guns already. We've seen the pistol, the shotgun, and the three-way shot, which I guess is a machine gun. Maybe. All I know is it's a three-way shot. Also, getting the hang of where exactly to stand in the elevators to get them to move, it takes a while. Also, you can't fire for the first few seconds as soon as you start a new stage, so you have to be careful when you start a new stage, or go back to the beginning of the one that you're already on. And by going through here, we get some pistol bullets for our gun. And then we have this guy with the Cobra Assault Cannon. I take care of the Cobra Assault Cannon guy first, then take care of the guys behind me, and then grab the Cobra Assault Cannon. This is the 4th and final gun of the game. You have 10 shots for each one that you pick up. And the Cobra Assault Cannon has this explosive round that, when fired out, will mow through enemies. It's not like the other, well, it's kind of like the shotgun bullet, but the bullet's a lot larger. Also, there's some guy behind me trying to fire at me, but I ignore him, and that gets rid of him without me having to fight him. And now it's time to lay waste to anyone who gets in our way. This is why keeping a good track of how much ammo you have with this thing is crucial. Also, 2 shots from the Cobra Assault Cannon takes down Ed 209, and we don't have to get anywhere near him to kill him. Finally got his name right. And now, we have to save the old man from Claire's Boddicker. You have to aim for that shoulder. And he will shoot at you, unlike the guy in stage 2. This is just like stage 2, but that your opponent fires back. And somehow I managed to hit him in the shoulder enough times that I was able to kill him. I made that final stage look a lot easier than it actually was. And once you beat Boddicker, you go back to stage 1, and you start the game all over again. The game only ends when you die. And so I just let the enemies take care of me. And since we have a high score, we can put our name in the high score list. I kept pressing backspace instead of enter because I wanted to put in dots for PW, but I couldn't do that. Oh well. But that is RoboCop for the ZX Spectrum. It's not a bad game. Matter of fact, a lot of people who have played games on the Specky back in the day and still play it now still love this game, but having no nostalgic memories of this game, I can say that this game is pretty hard. It starts out okay with the first 4 stages, but once you're deep within the middle of the game, that's where the difficulty really ramps up, and you have to know what you're doing. And you don't have any continues. You can't even earn them. So once you lose all your lives, that's it. Game over. You're going back to the main menu where you're starting a new game. Graphics are pretty good. Thankfully, you can tell what everyone is, and you can tell what RoboCop is once you give yourself enough time. Especially if this is the first ZX Spectrum game that you've played. And there's not a lot of music and there's not a lot of sound, but what is there is pretty good. I do like the main menu theme. I really like to listen to it. It's pretty chill music, as a matter of fact. Play control, could have been a little bit better. Sometimes you have to press up to get out of a crouching position. Sometimes I was aiming where I didn't want to aim, and I had to really correct myself quickly and accordingly. And sometimes that worked, sometimes that didn't. But given that this is a game that only had one fire button and a control pad in the form of a joystick, well, this is probably the best you could have done. And I guess you can still play this every once in a while. You can play through this game in about 20-25 minutes if you know what you're doing. Maybe. I do like the fact that you can get an extra life every 20,000 points. I do wish you could earn continues, like maybe earn 1 continue throughout the game. It would have made it just a tad easier. But this is RoboCop for ZX Spectrum. Games for the 8-bit micros or games for the micros period were pretty much like this, and it was a take it or leave it affair. And I can kind of enjoy the game for what it is. Some people may find it a little too hard. Some people may find it easy. Hey, whatever floats your boat. It's not a perfect game, but it's still a good game. And I definitely recommend it if you manage to come across a ZX Spectrum in any way, any of the models of ZX Spectrum, and you need games for it. This is a good game to have for it. And so, that ends RoboCop. Let's play RoboCop for the ZX Spectrum. Hopefully I will be back with another game. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad, maybe it'll be somewhere in between, who knows. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, thanks for watching, and see you guys later!